Big day at the Game Barn today. We're going to sell a bunch of games, buy a bunch of games, and we have a Whatnot auction later for all of the controllers, a bunch of the controllers from the return pallet. Some of you may remember we got 2 full pallets, like around 800 controllers total. We've been testing them, getting them all ready, and auctioning them off. So we have like 100 ready for today's auction, and you guys will see the actual results of what happens with Xbox One controllers, Switch controllers, and so much more. We're going to track our sales, purchases received, incoming deals sealed, amount of controllers tested, which the goal is 77 today, and then items added to the big Whatnot shelf, which is over here, currently being built every day, more and more as we go. And right now this auction is planned for January 19th. And fast forward, it's the day before the big auction. We've really filled out this shelf. It's going to be unbelievable. So come and join us. Use our link for $15 credit if you're new to Whatnot. We're giving away Pokemon Yellow, the PS5 Slim, the Nintendo Switch, 10 sealed Switch games. It's going to be unbelievable, and selling everything that you see here, plus potentially more that we're unboxing over there. But also while you're down in the description, make sure to check out our channel sponsor, XYAB. Get $50 off your first order of $100 or more. They're a video game distributor, video game supplier of accessories and things to complete your game systems, your consoles, handhelds, whatever. Anything that you need, they're going to have it. So check them out down below. But now let's get back to the video. I've got a box right here from Australia, and I love the box. My Nintendo store. Absolute classic red. And this is from Julian in Australia. So Julian, thank you so much for making the deal. He had some NTSC, North American games. Hit me up through email, I believe. And there's even some GameCube stuff. So we're going to get these all out of the bubble wrap, and we'll see what I got for 425 bucks. Good, solid first-party N64 games. Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Party 3, Mario Kart 64, Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards, Mario Tennis, Donkey Kong 64. This is great because people have been asking for N64 like crazy in our Whatnot auctions. Worms Armageddon, uncommon, heavy alert right there. And then Conker's Bad Fur Day. two heavies right back to back. Banjo-Tooie, Mission Impossible, Mario Golf, Mario Party, Pokemon Puzzle League, and Donald Duck Going Quackers, which is fairly uncommon as well. And then 3 GameCube games, disc only, but Super Smash Bros. Melee, Pokemon Coliseum, and Bomberman Generation. Fantastic deal, Julian. Thank you so much. This was flawless. Everything looks great. And I'll get Julian paid right away. And in the meantime, Alpal has 2 other deals that he has sealed today. So shout out to James. Big deal on this one. Price starting value is $4,800 bucks. And then also shout out to David, who this is the second deal we're doing with him, and the price starting value is $1,800 bucks on that one. So great. What's that? $6,600 in value sealed, and then $425 in price paid. And we still have hopefully a really big collection incoming later today through UPS. So stay tuned for that, but the Whatnot auction is starting very soon, so we got to get kind of finalized for that. The auction is over for Whatnot, so that was pretty darn successful. We streamed for about an hour and a half. It was kind of a shorter auction for us. A lot of times we go like 2.5 to 3.5 hours, but we sold 96 controllers, so we had quite a lot. We were flying through them, sudden death, 15, 20-second auctions, and the overall sales on Whatnot were 2,800. But the controller sales were $2,300. So the $500 difference, I sold some vintage Pokemon card lots and a couple games, that some of the N64 games, and like 2 sealed Game Boy games. Other than that, it was all controllers. And I want to talk a little bit about how we're doing with that pallet buy, because we bought 2 pallets full of returned controllers. We've concluded that they're Best Buy returns, and everything that comes on these pallets to us from a local connection of ours is third-party current-gen controllers, mostly Switch and Xbox/PC. So people have been getting great deals, but we were able to buy these for cheap enough to where I think it's making sense for the business up to this point. That being said, we are running into a few issues with the testing process, which we'll get into with Brother Dave. But the numbers so far, we have sold, let's go over to my computer. We have sold, let's see, 173, 200, a little over 300, about 310 controllers for $7,912, which is a net after fees of $7,000. Our purchase amount was $3,200, $1,600 a pallet. So we currently have a profit amount of $3,841, which is a markup of 120%. That being said, there will be probably a couple $1,000s in labor costs getting through 2 pallets total. It's a lot of man hours. We're definitely in the profit though, and I'm feeling good about that because we still have a ton left to get through with the pallets, and we're over a double up without factoring out labor. So take that for what it's worth. To me, I like the numbers we're seeing. I like that we have hard data, and I'm optimistic for this connection because we could pretty much get as many of these pallets as we want, as we're willing to take. So we may be taking a good bit more as long as we continue seeing numbers like this. Another massive update. We got a huge sale. It finally happened, guys. This has been waiting for this like all week, and made a transaction. Killscreen Games on Instagram. Shout out, super nice guy. And he bought everything here. We went back and forth a little bit, settled a deal direct for $8,400. So some of you may remember the Chase After the Right Price video of getting these sealed Game Boy games. We paid $8,000, plus we tipped the seller a little bit because he did such a great job, but that pretty much gets our buy cost all the way back. We sold Pokemon Yellow in a previous video for $1,500. That's gone. So the sales for the collection are now over $10,000, and we still have a lot of decent games left, including one that might also be sold, a huge one, privately. Alpel will update us on that if it goes through. But controllers that have been tested. Brother Dave.
Yes.
I talked about having some problems here.
Yes, so the Switch controllers were great. We actually had, I tested 55 of them, which was all the rest of the loose Switch controllers we had, and 41 worked.
41 and 55, is
and
that?
So that's 74% roughly.
24%?
And I was pretty strict on that, so we might go back and shift our, what we consider to be a very
minor
good
issues on some of them.
Some of them were legitimately the button was just broken off or not working or something like that, or it didn't power onto the Switch in general.
Okay.
But the Xbox controllers definitely had a lot more problems. The
Xbox.
But I think we kind of figured it out. The Sky Guy did some research on
Gamepad tester stuff.
In general, the controllers have some problems from the get-go, and so a lot of times, I wish I could give an example.
So this on Gamepad Tester, you can test all the buttons for wired controllers very quickly and easily, and see if there's like drift or.
So you can see here, like it's definitely not going back to 0, but as you flick it, as what Skylar was saying, if it goes back to the same spot, it's still considered to be good.
We were doing some research, and the vast majority of cases.
That one's pretty far off, so I don't know. But
so who knows?
It's hard to say.
We're trying to figure this out. This is why I think what we're gonna do is get a console around for all of these that are like on the fringe, and we'll actually get some hard data.
But with these guys, it was like 52 working and 82 not working altogether with controllers. So it was like,
jeez.
So
it was like 63%.
It's tough because some games, how it works, any value.
52 of 82 worked.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good. That's a lot better
we
than.
took that.
Sorry,
that 82 broken.
I think I said it wrong.
Yeah.
Because for some games, it's like any movement up is full 100% movement. For some games, it's a little slower. So depending on what that range is, it's kind of tough to know if .0001 matters or not. Which probably doesn't.
This is nerd stuff you guys probably don't care about. This is what we have to figure out. But
if
just
you're a
know
nerd,
that it's presenting a problem for us. For this from a business perspective, testing taking more time and having more barriers for us to be able to do it quickly is a factor.
And it's hard when there's not an objective measure, like when you have to kind of say,
That's why I think we need to put a little more time so that we can figure out some of these objective measures. We're gonna have to kind of plug away at that. Matt's on vacation. He's normally the guy that we'd be like, Matt, figure it out. You're the best. Did you factor in anything Jonah's been doing?
I've not.
Okay, so Jonah's been testing controllers as well, and I assume Looks like our piles here have grown a little bit.
And there's all that.
Everything's under here.
Those are all working?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So we got another couple dozen, and those are the ones that are a little bit more time consuming, more buttons, more things to make sure are good.
But they're all clean too.
But you had 52 plus like 41, so that's in the 90s, and then we're over 100. Over 100.
Let's just say I think that was total. 82 is all that I tested today. So.
Okay, so we got a lot.
Still over 100.
Yeah.
Over 100 tested, and probably like 75 good working, ready to be sold, which is fantastic. The goal is to get 77 tested, and of the 77, we can't predict how many are going to work. And then Alpal, do you have an update?
Good news.
This is real time, baby.
1750
Sold?
sold.
Let's go. That's a huge sale. So Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge, if we would have listed it on eBay, probably 2,500 would have been our asking. Very rare, great condition. And who do you know the name of the person you sold it to?
Eric.
Eric?
Eric. Yes.
Shout out, Eric. Thank you
Thanks,
for
Eric.
the deal. He paid direct through PayPal. Emailed? How do you get a hold of us?
Email. He just emailed.
CATRP at CATRPcrew@gmail.com. Usually all the info for that website, everything. Best ways you can get a hold of us is in the description. And Eric made it happen.
There it is.
Phil made it happen. That puts our sales. So we were at 11,400 there in one day. With this sale, 1,750. That puts us at
Numbers.
12,1, 13,150. Yeah, that's right. 13,150 in sales in a day. That does not count Amazon. This needed to happen because yesterday we bought like way more than we sold. So that's good. We also have this package. It has arrived, but Sky Guy and Alpal have informed me that we got to save that one for later, and plus it's almost the end of the day anyway, so we don't have time to unbox it. But stay tuned for that one. It might be on Chase Out the Right Price, the main channel, or here. We shall see. Either way, it's going to be great. But yeah, this is quite the day. Whatnot auction was. It's intense, man. I don't know about doing them over lunch. I get hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I was hungry watching you guys.
Yeah, but we can either do it later or earlier, and I like doing them over lunch so we can get a lot of it shipped and get it next day shipping and everything. But we have a lot of things to work on with the pallet, with making sure sales stay high, and the amount of deals that are going to be coming in. You guys will see if you subscribe and stick with us. It's going to be crazy. We already got it. We put together a plan, cranking out content here on CATRP Crew, back end business stuff like this. So if you like it, please subscribe, stick around for more. If you have a collection to sell, email us. The information will be down below for how to do that. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.